Hello and welcome to another session on WordPress. In this tutorial, we are going to talk about two plugins. One is Updraft and the other one is Wordfence. Here we have Updraft, Backup and Restore. This is the plugin that we use for backups and restore on WordPress for free, although it has a pro version as well, but we are considering only the free version for now. So either you can go to the settings from the installed plugins list, or else you will find it under settings and Updraft Plus. Once you are here, there are no existing backups because I have not configured this plugin as of now. We are going to do that now. Out of all these tabs, we have to go to settings option first. Here you will find some specific settings for the backup. Scheduling. Now, files backup schedule. You want to have a weekly backup or a daily backup or every 2 hours or 4 hours. It entirely depends on the traffic on your website and the frequency that you want to maintain for the backups. We'll say weekly backup and retain this many scheduled backups. That means how many backups do you want to maintain? For example, if I want to have the backup for 1 full month, that means 4 weeks, and we are maintaining weekly backups. That means I would need 4 backups because I want to retain the backup for 1 full month. Similarly, database backup schedule, we'll keep it same. Next, you need to go to any of the services using which you want to store the backup. Now I will go to Google Drive and make sure that you are logged into your Gmail account while you are configuring this plugin, because it is going to ask you to authenticate that Gmail account in which you want to maintain the website backups. Next, what we need to do is you need to specify what all do you want to include in the backup and what all you want to exclude from the backup. Now, out of the entire content on the website, I want to include plugins, themes and uploads, but I want to exclude backup. Why we do not want to include these is because we are as it is creating backup files, and having a backup within a backup, A, does not make sense, B, it is going to make the backup so huge that you already have one backup within another backup. So we will exclude all of these for the uploads. Suppose you have uploaded some backup file, that will be excluded from the backups. Any other directories found inside WP content, exclude these from others. All these will be excluded. Next is email. Check this box to have a basic report sent to your site's admin address. So if you want to have a basic report about the backup that was created, you can check on this. So every time a backup is created, you will be sent a report about it. and then click on Save Changes. So after you save changes, it displays a pop-up that you have selected a remote storage option which has an authorization step to complete. Follow this link to authorize access to your Google Drive account. You will not be able to back up to Google Drive without it. Click on the link. Once you've authorized, then you need to complete the setup for Google Drive. Click on Complete Setup. So it says success, you have authenticated your Google Drive account. And here you will see that if there are any existing backups, they will be present here under the existing backups list, or you can also click on Backup Now to manually create a backup. That is, it is not the scheduled backup, but you can create a backup manually by clicking on this button. So this has started creating backups and it will run in the backend. Next, we will go to Wordfence Security plugin. Activate. On the left side bar, you will see Wordfence menu option. When you click on Wordfence, here you will see all options. Click on that. Here it says Wordfence installation is incomplete. Resume installation. Okay. Here you need to provide an email ID on which Wordfence is going to send you alerts about your website. Next is, do you want to register for the mailing list? Then check to give the consent and continue. It is asking for a premium key. We'll say no thanks. Alright. Next is, first we'll go to the dashboard. Here you can see that there is a firewall and a scan option. And Wordfence protection has been activated. Click on Manage Firewall. Here click on Enabled and Protecting. Next, protection level. It is basic WordPress protection. Advanced firewall options. Make sure that all these rules are activated. Next is brute force protection. It is on. Lockout after how many login failures? 20. Lockout after how many forgot password attempts? 20. Count failure over what time period? 4 hours. Now you can change all of these if you want, but we'll go with the default. Whitelisted URLs. So if you want any URL that should not be tested by the firewall, you can enter that here. But we will just let it remain to default and save changes. Next is the scan option. If you want to manually scan the website, you can click on Start New Scan. Scan options and scheduling. This is a standard scan. Next. Save changes. And then back to scan. Next is the tools option. Whois lookup. This Whois lookup is used to get details about who owns an IP address or a domain name. Next is import export options. Next is diagnostics. And this is going to give you a report about what all has been scanned and what all security features Wordfence is checking on. Next is login security. Now here you get a two-factor authentication feature. Here under the settings option, you get an option to specify if you want to enable two-factor authentication for these roles. Which all roles do you want to enable it for? And here you can also enable the reCAPTCHA. Here it is displaying to make your site as secure as possible. Take a moment to optimize the Wordfence web application firewall. Click here to configure. Okay. So this is asking you to download the .ht access file and then click on continue. The firewall is now optimized. Close. Alright. So that is about this session. If you found this tutorial helpful, please subscribe to the channel. In the following videos, we are going to look at the detailed setting for other plugins as well. Thank you very much.